An aggressive, fast flick will definitely go long. Their only option is a soft block or touch. The moment they do that, step in and attack the wide angle. That's an easy point. Alright, today we're focusing on the backhand serve. Because the backhand serve motion is very visible to your opponent, it's crucial to keep your swing compact. Don't make it too big. Instead of just plain backspin or topspin, you must make your sidespin-topspin and sidespin-backspin serves deceptive. So, how do you create this deception? When serving the backhand serve, why do so many players struggle? It's because they press their wrist down, which only allows them to generate backspin. They can't produce a sidespin-topspin serve. By keeping the wrist stiff and pressed down, they are limited to backspin. This is a very common mistake. So, if you want a good right side spin backhand serve, your grip and ready stance must be correct from the start. Your wrist needs to be loose and hooked inwards, not pressed down. Pressing it down only creates backspin, making it no different from a simple push. When you serve, keep your racket face angled slightly to the left, not facing straight forward. Let's start with the short serve, as most amateur players can't handle it. Here's a key point for sidespin backspin: your backswing to contact motion is often missing the right snap. Without it, you get no spin, just like a weak hook serve. So, your brushing motion must be very compact and focused. During your backswing, you can raise the racket a bit, then use the racket head to snap forward and down. That's how you get sidespin backspin. Keep the racket head pointing down at the point of contact, and use a short, explosive snap to maximize friction. Focus on generating friction. That's your sidespin backspin. Look at Xiao Kuai-Li's racket head. This angle guarantees his sidespin backspin won't be very spinny. Let me ask you, when pushing, which is spinnier, this way or this way? The second one, of course. So after contact, your racket head should be pointing downwards. Right now, your motion is just forward and back. In a tense match, a half-long serve will be attacked immediately. It's not a threat. See? My racket head points down. Why are many players so good at right side spin serves? Because they're not afraid to generate force sideways. As I summarized the other day, left side spin is about longitudinal force. Right side spin is about horizontal force. This applies to reverse pendulum serves and backhand serves too. The reason my backhand serve is decent is that I emphasize sideways force. If you only push forward, you'll serve long under pressure, and any half-long ball will get attacked. If this is how you serve in a match, short to the forehand, long to the backhand, this type of placement is very awkward for the opponent. Of course, many top players have excellent backhand serves. It's only in recent years that the hook serve has become popular because it offers a bit more cover. Its deception is better, which is why people started learning it. But generally, the backhand serve is more effective than the left side spin serve for both beginners and advanced players. This is because amateurs often lack hand and arm strength. Even with perfect technique, they can't generate enough power for heavy spin and speed. The backhand serve is mechanically easier to generate force with, allowing for a larger swing path. A left side spin serve involves stopping the motion at contact. A right side spin serve involves accelerating through the entire motion. So, let's summarize why right side spin is different. This includes the backspin serve. Many players fail to open up this part of their swing, which results in a low-quality serve. All right side spin serves move from close to the body to far away. It's a late-stage acceleration motion. Look at the reverse serve. Look at the hook serve. In contrast, the left side spin serve motion opens up and then stops at the ball. It moves from far to near the body. All right side spin serves move from near the body to far. This is why the spin on a right side spin serve tends to be heavier than on left side spin or backspin serves. This explains why, when we teach the hook serve, students are shocked at how spinny it is right away, often spinnier than their left side spin serve they've practiced for a year. The reason is that contact is just the beginning of the motion. The follow-through is longer and the brushing phase is larger, making it easier for amateurs to control, especially for beginners. So, when serving the backhand serve, you must avoid the mistake I just mentioned, stopping your motion right at contact. You must complete the full motion. Follow through with that sideways brushing action to get real spin on the ball. For sidespin-topspin, you need to brush the ball upwards and to the right at contact. RGHT sidespin serves don't actually use a lot of wrist action. Does a hook serve use much wrist? No, it's mostly forearm. The backhand serve is the same. You're not snapping your wrist like this. You maintain a consistent racket angle and use your forearm to lift upwards. This serve is incredibly awkward. A push will pop up high, an aggressive flick will go long. The only option is a soft block. Then you can follow up to their backhand, that's tactics. A good serve is one that gives your opponent no good options. So, keep your racket head angle fixed and lift upwards, like you're drawing a check mark. Draw a check mark. This will produce a pure sidespin-topspin serve. Master the spin first, then worry about deception. Okay, your turn. Racket head down, and draw that check mark. Give it a try. Get your center of gravity a little lower. Very good. Draw the check mark. See, that ball pops up on a push. Right side spin topspin is very heavy, much more so than left side spin. You can't push it down. But if you serve a short left side spin, it just doesn't kick up. The spin isn't strong enough. Now you try the backhand serve. Just practice these two serves. If the spin is weak, and you try to lift more, my return will fly off the table. The spin quality is there because the power can be fully released. With a left side spin, you have to stop the motion. Right side spin has a much longer follow-through. This allows you to brush the ball for a longer duration, either upwards or downwards. That's the key to the spin. Let me clarify, because some players don't believe that just 2 days of practicing a hook serve can produce more spin than a left side spin serve they've worked on for a year. This is the reason. It's because right side spin is a follow-through motion, while left side spin is a stopping motion where you must break at contact. If your power isn't focused, you won't get much spin. Even with a small, compact motion, the spin is so heavy they can't aggressively flick or chop it, because the spin value is high. For players who feel they lack power in their hands, I recommend practicing the backhand serve and the hook serve. But don't give up on the left side spin serve, it's still a staple at the professional level. That's it. That was excellent. A serve like that will cause an error if they try to flick it hard. So, when we receive this kind of right side spin serve, the only safe option is a soft block like this. Your follow-up is to attack my backhand. You serve a sidespin topspin, I can only block it back softly. Now you attack him. Don't be out of position, the return will be short. It's just like after a hook serve. Recover quickly. He will definitely be late for the next shot. Because with this serve, if they try to flick it, you don't even need to back up. If your serve is spinny enough, their flick will go out. So they are forced to block it softly. After they miss a couple of flicks, they'll switch to a block, and that's when you step in with your right foot and counterattack. That's it. This is a high-quality serve. There's only one outcome, a long push will either pop up high or fly off the table. If it's a high ball, you smash it. An aggressive, fast flick will definitely go long. Their only option is a soft block or touch. The moment they do that, step in and attack the wide angle. That's an easy point. In some matches, your opponent knows they have no good answer to your serve. When they feel helpless, they get stuck. They stop thinking about tactics and just obsess over how they can't return that one serve. They fall into a mental trap, and it messes up their entire game. So you have to dominate them with this. This also applies to your long sidespin topspin hook serve. After you serve it, they can't push it down, and an aggressive block will go out. So, they're forced to play it soft, right? Once they block it, attack their forehand line. Going back to the backhand isn't as effective. Pressure his forehand. Attack it with speed. This is why you enjoy watching me play. I've anticipated every shot. Even if I miss a loop or a counter, it's usually because I'm out of practice and my touch is rusty. But fundamentally, you've read the play correctly. Eventually, you'll make that shot. I believe this is a major weakness for many amateur players. The spin on your serve isn't strong enough, which means the return can come back in too many different ways. You end up not gaining an advantage on your own serve rotation. You serve short to the forehand, expecting to attack. But then they flick it aggressively. Or they can execute a fast, long push. Exactly, they don't follow your script. Sometimes you're ready for an attack, and they just drop it short. It really happens. You plan it out perfectly in your head, but it doesn't work. So, you must increase the amount of spin on your serves. Only then can you reliably predict and control the next shot, just like her long hook serve or short forehand serve. There's only one safe way to return it. If they attack it hard, it'll go out. If they push it, it'll pop up high or fly long. This allows you to anticipate a soft, blocked return, and you can either smash it with your forehand or punch it with your backhand. If your tactics are sound, you can win 10 points out of 10 serves this way. Even if it's not a direct ace, the return is completely predictable. This is called winning the point on the third ball. When practicing serves, many players have a misconception: they rush to add deceptive motions. After I teach a basic technique, they say, "Coach, this is too obvious." First, master the spin. Tell your opponent, this is a heavy sidespin-topspin serve. Even then, they won't be able to flick or push it aggressively. They'll be forced to block it. That gives you the chance to attack the next ball. You can't expect to serve aces right away. Developing deception and mastering placement takes time and practice. While you're still developing, you have to use what you have. You must use it in games. So at this stage, how do you win points? You win with spin. Focus on generating maximum spin. Load the ball up with spin, and the rally will become much easier to control. The same principle applies to the long sidespin-topspin backhand serve. At contact, you must brush upwards. Contact the ball with an upward brushing motion. Why can't many players get topspin on their backhand serve? Because after contacting the ball, their motion is forward or downward, not upward. If your motion is forward, the serve will have backspin and can be pushed. If it's downward, it's obviously heavy backspin. You must carry the ball upward to make it kick. So how do you get this upward motion? With a shake hand grip, it's almost impossible to just flex your wrist upward. The upward drive must come from your shoulder, upper arm, and elbow. You transition from a level or dropped elbow to a raised elbow. Only by lifting your elbow can you generate that sidespin topspin. A serve like this will pop up if pushed, go long if flicked hard, and if they just block it, you can attack the open court. This is our match tactic, because the serve I'm teaching only has one safe return. The opponent can only vary the placement of their block, there's no third option. If you still can't execute the follow-up loop, then that's on you. You see the logic? So, when you carry the ball, you're lifting with your shoulder, your elbow, and your forearm. Only by doing this can you execute a proper sidespin topspin serve. Lift up, don't be afraid. Lift up like this. Your racket head must stay down. If you brush like this, horizontally, you'll only get speed. You must carry the ball with this kind of brushing motion to create sidespin topspin. If you brush flatly, you won't get that upward kick. Lift up, keeping the racket face vertical. This applies to penhold as well. A vertical racket face is what creates that kick. Speed and kick are two different things. This is essentially Wang Manyu's backhand serve. I wanted to teach this after watching her play. Now, what's the mistake here? Too much brushing isn't good either, especially for short serves. If you brush too much, the ball will bounce half long and high. You're focusing too much on the upward motion. All right side spin serves should be a combination of sideways and then upwards motion, in a very compact swing. This will keep the bounce low. Right now, your motion is directly upwards, which makes the serve too high and easy to flick aggressively. It will be attacked every time. This is a common mistake with the hook serve as well when serving short. Going straight up is wrong. You have to go sideways first, then up. You need to feel a diagonal upward trajectory. You're not taking an elevator straight up, you're walking up a ramp. This ramp-like trajectory will keep the arc of the serve much lower. Your current motion is like a straight elevator, which is why the serve is bouncing too high.